Roger Overcall here. Welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. As always, we'll have some more great stories from the Irish community right across the UK with Martin Logan from Manchester later on. But this week we're coming to you from the lovely town of Westport, and we're here at the Helm bar and restaurant because the Mayo-Manchester trad group are on tour in Mayo and they're having a big night here in the Helm. So behind me is the Fianna Pádraig pipe band who are going to lead us into the Helm bar. Well, there we had a great opening number from the Fianna Pádraig pipe band from Manchester. They're very welcome indeed to County Mayo and indeed the Helm bar and restaurant here in Westport. Well, my first guest is Tony Hennigan, who's very much involved with the Mayo-Manchester group for a couple of years now. You're very welcome to the programme, Tony.
It's our 7th year, Henry.
Yes,
doesn't time fly.
Yeah. So how did this Mayo-Manchester trad group come about?
Well, in 2012, Michael Ring, our Westport CD, the Minister for Rural Communities, at the time he was the Tourism Minister, and he came over to Manchester to launch the gathering, because he was responsible for the gathering, along with Leo Varadkar, who's now our T-shop. So he came over to Manchester and he launched the gathering there, and he asked us to become Mayo ambassadors. And we said, no, we're not just going to become Mayo ambassadors in name, we're actually going to organise a gathering ourselves, which is the Mayo-Manchester gathering. And that happened in Attimas and Bellingham. And it became not just the biggest gathering in Mayo, but the biggest gathering in Ireland. Over 50,000 people attending that very first gathering in 2013. And we thought we were on to a winner here. The local pub, the Shannon Brewer, he said he made more during the gathering than he's made all year round. Although the bookman was asking him the next week. But anyway, it was a fantastic success. And after that, we decided to continue it. Now, this is the 7th year. It's the Mayo-Manchester Trad Fest. We've won several awards. One of them was from Tourism Ireland for the biggest gathering. And then we won the International Mayo Award from the diaspora in Mayo. And then we were the finalists in Fulcher Islands Tourism Awards. So that's 3 big awards that we won along the way.
All right, it's time for some more entertainment. I'd like you to meet our next guest. She's a wonderful Shannos dancer. Would you please welcome Laura Ganley? was fantastic dancing. When did you actually start learning Irish dancing?
So I actually started Irish dancing when I was about 7 or 8. I've done it for about 2 years and thought, no, this isn't for me. So I saw Shannon was dancing on TG Cahir and said, oh, that looks fun. So I started going to lessons and just went from there, started going to classes, to workshops, to competitions. So I'm dancing the last 10.5 years and I'm teaching dancing the last 5.5 years. So it's my life really, I love it, yeah.
And you give a lot of workshops as well.
I do, yeah. So workshops all over Ireland and abroad. So I'm just back from France there last week. I was out in a little village called Toucan-Saint-Pré, about an hour and a half from Bordeaux. It was gorgeous. And I was teaching about 12 to 15 French people who was immersed in the Irish traditional music, song and dance. There was tutors. There was 15 of us travelling from Ireland out to the festival, and it was brilliant. And it's so common out there, the Shannos dance, and it's brilliant. So it's lovely to go abroad and bring the tradition with you and the style of dance and everything. And then I've gone to America, England, and all over Ireland. So yeah, it's brilliant. So.
That was a fantastic display.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Chicago's.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the programme. Continuous success.
Yeah.
Well, my next guest is known as the voice of Manchester United, the one and only Alan Keegan. You're very welcome indeed, Alan.
It's an absolute pleasure to be
Manchester
here.
United fans in tonight.
Manchester United fans are everywhere, Henry. We are a global fan base. 600 million fans, and I think they're all here tonight.
Absolutely. How did you get started in this role with Manchester United?
Well, I must say it's been an amazing journey. I've been the announcer for, we speak in seasons, 20 seasons, and I was in the right place at the right time.
So how many years have you been doing it now?
20 years as the announcer, and it's been an incredible journey. There's been highs, there's been many, 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 many wonderful experiences. And of course, they are the greatest football club in the world.
We'll talk about that in a minute. What, in your opinion, what was the greatest high you had with Manchester United?
Well, I've had many highs, but as the announcer, it was a privilege to be in Moscow when we won the Champions League in 2008. It was an incredible experience. We played another English club. We beat Chelsea. So it was a great experience, and of course to be the announcer in such a wonderful country and to experience something like that, I'll never forget it. But there's been many, many great times. You know, Sir Alex Ferguson, what a character, what an aura he has, and of course, again, the greatest manager ever in British football.
And he was here in Westport. I remember I was doing MC the night. He was a guest here for the local Manchester United dinner dance. They were celebrating a special year, and a wonderful man. Very generous with his time. Very
generous with his time, and of course a fantastic leader, and like yourself, Henry, a great speaker as well. A great speaker, the gift of the gab.
Listen, how's Manchester United? They haven't been doing that great the last couple of seasons now, but I don't know if you should say that, but I think you'd agree with me. They're not really in top form.
I'd agree with you, Henry, but of course, you know, in life, as with everything, you have to experience the lows to really enjoy the highs. And of course, we've had 20, 30 years of highs, and we've had a couple of years where there's been a blip. But we will be back, Henry. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole, 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 ole.
So what's your prediction for this coming season now?
Well, I'll be very happy if we did win the Premier League, but let's not be too greedy. If we get top 3 or 4 for Champions League football and perhaps a little bit of silverware, you know, we'll take the FA Cup or the EFL Cup or even the Europa League, Henry, but top 4's paramount. So we'll have a good year under Ollie.
So when you when you in Old Trafford again now? When's your next gig in Old Trafford?
Well, of course, I've been here in the wonderful County Mayo for the last 3 weeks, and unfortunately, by the time this goes out, I will be back in the heart of Stretford, back in Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams, home of the world's greatest football club.
I can see now why they have you there, because you certainly sell it, I can tell you that. Listen, lovely to meet you, Alan.
Thank you. Westport, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.
The great Alan Keegan there, the voice of Manchester United. Absolutely fantastic.
prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole the true violence corner, so the young might see the morn. No prison ship lies with you in the bed. Come on now, Helm, if you know it, let's hear you sing. Oh, I feel so black and bright, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing, going so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Where only the prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. The cancer bombing and the crowd, I rebel, they run me down. Oh, you must raise our child with dignity. Come on now, I don't know you all know it. Let's hear you sing it. Go! The small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. We were so lonely around the fields of Athenry.
Hello everybody, my name is Sina Theo and I'm going to do you a song from my upcoming Irish and Celtic folk album. Now some people say this is a rebel song, but I would say this is a song of Irish history. So if you'd sing with me, it would be a great pleasure and honour. The fine old woman, what did I
Sina, that was a beautiful rendition of Four Green Fields, which surprises me because you're originally from Germany.
That's right.
And you lived in Spain, and then you came to Ireland.
That's right, yeah, 4 years ago, almost now. And yeah, I never knew any of these songs, any of these beautiful songs. And I picked them up mainly in the west of Ireland, I'd say, at late night sing-songs, driving across the country. And it's a gorgeous country. I love Ireland. It's great to play music.
And of course, you're also known for your country music. You've had tremendous success with that, haven't you, here?
Well, we were lucky enough that at the end of April, actually, we picked up the hottest act in Irish country music. So, so that's been great. And then my new single is out as well, C'est la vie, and we're lucky enough that we're getting great support at the radio stations as well, and everybody downloading and buying the albums.
Yeah. A wonderful artist. You're going to be hearing a lot more about her in the coming months and the coming years. Watch out for a new album. If you like Irish music, you're going to love her new album. She's going to do a track bombing. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sina Thiel. Delighted to be joined here by Shane Keogh. Give him a big round of applause. Shane, I hope you enjoyed tonight.
Fantastic night, really good. I'm delighted to have you all here. Delighted to sponsor it. And fair play to you for putting it all together, Henry.
Yeah. Well, of course, you get a lot of people from the UK and Manchester in particular to come and visit
We
the
do,
Helm
we'll
there.
do all year round, So.
And a lot of golfers and...
Golfers, fishermen, tennis, we're trying to get the tennis going now as well, but a lot of business in the UK.
And if people want to get more information about the Helm Bar and Restaurant...
The website, call us, it's all online.
Okay. And I can tell you folks, the food is not bad either. Here in the Helm. I think everybody agrees that.
You've been a few times.
I've been a few times, I can tell you. I'd highly recommend the food here in the Helm. Eamon Clancy and all the gang down there. And we have some other friends over from Manchester as well. O'Grady family, isn't it? Yeah, from Manchester, they're down there. And they come here regularly as well.
That Paddy fella's down there, I see.
Yeah. So listen folks, it's almost time for us to wrap it up. We're going to leave you now with an anthem featuring the Fianna Pádraig Pipe Band, along with Joe Keegan and Sina Thiel, and we're going to finish with the Green and Red of Mayo. So thank you all. Don't forget, coming up after the break, we're handing over to Manchester to join Martin Logan, who will be out and about once again with the Irish community. There'll be a repeat of this programme on Saturday night next at 8 o'clock. And I look forward to your company next week at the same time. So from all of us here in the Helm Bar and Restaurant in Westport, good night and thank you for watching.
Oh, the green and red of Mayo, I can see it still. It's soft and groggy violence, it's tall majestic hills, where the ocean kisses Ireland and the waves caress its shore. Oh, that feeling